Good evening, everybody. This is Robert. Once again, it's time for another strat-o-matic replay. The year is 1926, and as I looked through this season, I found a couple of interesting things. In this year, the St. Louis Cardinals beat the New York Yankees 4-3. So again, the New York Yankees still had to learn how to lose before they can learn how to win. Taking a look at the statistical leaders back at that time, the usual suspects. Babe Ruth led the league in hitting, and Lefty Grove led the league in pitching back for the American League. In the National League, it was about Hack Wilson of the Cubs, Jim Bottomley of the Cardinals, Dazzy Vance of Brooklyn, and so on and so forth. You can take a look at the final standings in that year. The Yankees only beat the Indians by 3 games, okay, where the Reds were only 2 games back of the Cardinals. I went through some of the events, and there were some interesting events. You had some great opening day pitchers duel between Walter Johnson of the Senators, defeated Eddie Rommel of the Athletics, But the only thing about the last few games, I featured the Senators twice. And the 1927 replay that I got coming up next, is going to pretty much feature a team we already know about. But I decided, I went through all of these. I said, I'm seeing the Senators, seeing the Red Sox. How about we play an exhibition game between 2 teams that wouldn't play each other, at least that year? And 2 teams we haven't featured in a while. So why not? So I decided to do, for the 1926, an exhibition game between the Philadelphia Athletics and the Philadelphia Phillies. This game will be played in Philadelphia, even though the Athletics actually had the better record. I decided to put this game at the Baker Bowl, since we haven't been there in a while, as a matter of fact. So, and we're going to see one of the better pitchers in the American League that year, which was Lefty Grove, who actually led the AL in ERA and strikeouts. It'll be Carlson on the mound for the Phillies, and I've decided to. As I'm thinking about it, I think I'm going to go ahead and play. I think I'll play the team that had the harder time. I think I'll play the Phillies, so we'll give the Athletics the computer. So let's play ball.
To the stadium for today's ball game.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's see here. I keep on thinking I sometimes don't get it straight out, but let's see how we do. Let's make sure everything is all set, and there, and there. And as usual, we got to kill the sound. I'm sorry, strat-o-matic. This game is awesome, but I just can't get with the sound. I really just can't. We welcome you here to an average day at the Baker Bowl for today's game between the Philadelphia Athletics and the Philadelphia Phillies. And pitching, of course, for the Philadelphia Phillies will be Hal Carlson. In 1926, 17 wins, 12 losses, a 3.23 ERA. He was actually the Phillies' best pitcher. Leading off for the Athletics is going to be Max Bishop. And let's see, it's here at the Baker Bowl, and let's play ball. Bishop starts off with a walk, and he'll go to first. And the next batter will be Bill Lamar. Lamar lays down a great bunt. There's no chance to get the runner going to second base. Lamar might beat it out. He does. It's a base hit. So runners at first and second, just like that for the Athletics. And remember, the Athletics were a superior team over the Phillies. The Phillies actually finished in last place in 1926. Here is Al Simmons, and he was pretty good. In 1926, a 343 average, 19 homers, and 109 RBIs. Al Simmons looks like he was the best hitter for the Athletics that year. And here's the pitch. And he grounds one to second. Freeberg over to Sand, over to right stone, 2 outs. And the next batter will be Jim Poole. Poole grounds one to first. Right stone makes the play, and that retires his side. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Athletics, and that will be Lefty Grove. The thing was, he actually led the league in ERA and in strikeouts, but only 13 wins and 13 losses with a 2.51 ERA in 1926. But he was the best pitcher that year, at least in terms of ERA. So let's see if the Phillies can get anything going here at the Baker Bowl. It is Clarence Huber who will lead off in the bottom of the first. He hits a ground ball to Hale, and Hale will make the play, 1 out. And that will bring up Heine Sand. Sand, it's a fly ball to left. Lamar will make the nice catch, 2 down. And now we see Cy Williams. Take a look at him. Cy Williams, in 1926, a .345 average, 18 homers, 53 runs batted in. It looks like he might, and he only played pretty much, only had pretty much half the games, half the year, Williams. So it looks like he was the main man for the Phillies. They did have a couple of 300 hitters there, and I see Williams, Wilson, Wrightstone, and Moken. We'll take a look at them. But here's the pitch to Williams, and it's a walk. So a man on first for the Phillies, and now we'll see Jimmy Wilson, 1926, a .305 average, 4 homers, 32 runs batted in. And let's see what he does. It's a fly ball to right, and Welch will make the catch on the fly out. Top of the second, here come the Athletics. Here is Mickey Cochran. Cochran, it's a ground ball to first. Wrightstone with the play, 1 out. And now we'll see Frank Welch. Welch is a ground ball to third. Huber across the diamond to Wrightstone, 2 down. And now we'll see Sammy Hale. Hale grounds one right to first. Poole tagged himself, and that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. And we're going to see Russ Wrightstone. Batted .307 in 1926, 7 homers and 57 runs batted in. Let's see what Wrightstone can do for the Phillies. And that is a clean shot home run for Russ Wrightstone. And it's the Phillies who get on the board first. And Wrightstone he had 7 homers in 26. Now here's Johnny Mokan. He batted .303 that year, 6 homers and 62 runs batted in. Let's see if Johnny Mokan can do something. There's a base hit. So the Phillies get another base runner. And now we'll see Butch Henline. Steer right out. And now we'll see Bernie Freeberg. He will come up to bat. Runner still at first. That's a foul ball in foul territory, and Poole will catch it for the 2nd out. And now the batter is Carlson, the pitcher. It's a fly ball to center. Simmons will make the play to retire the side. Philadelphia Phillies 1, Philadelphia Athletics nothing. Top of the 3rd. Here is Chick Galloway leading off for the Athletics. And it's a ground out to first, 1 out. And that will now bring up Lefty Grove. Steer right out. That is a strikeout there for Carlson. And now here's the top of the order again in Bishop. And Bishop grounds out right back to Carlson. He tosses over to first for the out. Bottom of the 3rd, and here's Clarence Huber for the Phillies, and he strikes out. And now we'll see Sand. And I'm not talking about sand on the beach. Fly ball to center to Simmons. He will make the nice catch. And now Williams will bat. Williams steer right out. 3 innings in the books. The Phillies lead the Athletics 1-0. We are here in a pretty nice day here at the Baker Bowl for an exhibition game between the two teams in Philadelphia that year in 1926, the Athletics and the Phillies. We're in the top of the 4th inning, and here's Bill Lamar, who leads off. It's a ground ball to short. Sand will toss it over to Wrightstone for the out. And now we'll see Al Simmons. That's a ground ball to first. Wrightstone takes himself for the 2nd out. And now we'll see Jim Poole. Poole's going to get himself a base hit. He'll go to first. And that brings up Mickey Cochran for the Athletics. And that's another base hit for the A's. Kid Gleason will put up the stop sign. Poole will hold at 2nd. So now runners at 1st and 2nd for the A's, and it's here in the top of the 4th. And now here's Frank Welch. Let's see, runners at 1st and 2nd. Let's see what he is. 282, 4 homers, 23 RBIs in 1926. Only 174 at bats. Let's see what Welch does here for Philadelphia. Steer right out, and the Phillies get out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th, and here's Jimmy Wilson. Wilson gets himself a base hit. He'll go to first. And now it's Wrightstone, 1 for 1 with a homer. Let's see if he can come through again. Nope, this time it's a strikeout. And the batter will be Mocan. Mocan grounds one to Bishop. He's going to get the force at second. Mocan will take over at first. And now Butch Henline will come up. Henline grounds one to Hale. He'll toss it over and to second and retire the side. We go to the top of the fifth. Still 1-0. And Sammy Hale will bat it for the Athletics. And that's a strikeout. That's a strikeout for Carlson. That's his third. And now we'll see Chick Galloway. That's a single to right. Williams will have to take it in. He'll toss it into Freeberg. So now the Athletics have a man on, and now we'll see Lefty Grove. It's a sac bunt, which moves Galloway over to second, and now Max Bishop will come up to bat. Bishop grounds one to second. Freeberg will take it, throw over to first, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the fifth. And Bernie Freeberg is the leadoff batter. That's a walk. Runner on first for the Phillies, and Hal Carlson will come up, and I think we'll go ahead and bunt him over. Chance for successful bunt, and it's a sac bunt works. Freeberg to second, and now we'll see Clarence Huber, top of the lineup for the Phillies, and it's a strikeout. And now we'll see Heine Sand. Can Sand come through? It's a ground ball to Galloway. It's an error. Freeberg takes third. Sand to first, but Freeberg will not score. Only a one-base error. And now with runners at the corners, here is Cy Williams. He batted .312 that year. Let's see. Can Cy do it? No! Long fly ball to right, and the catch will be made by Welch. Top of the sixth inning. Bill Lamar for the A's. It's a ground ball to Freeberg. He will make the nice play, toss it over to Wrightstone, 1 out. And now we'll see Al Simmons. Simmons hits a long fly to right, but Williams is there for the second out. And now it's Jim Poole. Poole grounds one to Freeberg to end the inning, a 3-up and 3-down inning for the Phillies. We go to the bottom of the sixth, and Jimmy Wilson leads off for Philadelphia, and it's a fly out to left. Lamar will make the play in front of the Phillies, the Baker Bowl stands, 1 out. And now here's Wrightstone, 1 for 2 with the home run. He's going to hit another one. He hits another one. Clean out of here. Russ Wrightstone. Definitely coming up as the player of the game in this one so far. It's now 2-0 Phillies. 2 homers for Russ Wrightstone. And now Johnny Mocan will come up to bat. He gets a base hit. The Phillies get a man on first with 1 man still out. Butch Henline will come up to bat. That's a single to center, and we'll hold the runners. Simmons will toss it into Galloway. Runners at first and second now for Bernie Freeberg, so the Phillies are definitely threatening. That's a single to left. Let's see if we can send the runner in. The throw is coming home. We'll send the trailing runners. He is out at third. Henline is out going to third. They try for the trail runner, and they get him. But I'll trade an out for a run any day. It's now 3-0 with 2 outs now, and Hal Carlson is the batter with Freeberg on at second. And they walk the pitcher. And now we'll see Clarence Huber. Huber hits a fly ball to left. Can Lamar make the play? Yes, he can. And the inning comes to a close. 6 innings in the books. The Philadelphia Phillies lead the Philadelphia Athletics 3-0. Top of the 7th inning here at the Baker Bowl in a match between 2 teams in Philadelphia in 1926. In a little exhibition game. Hal Carlson still on the mound for the Phillies, and Mickey Cochran will bat for the A's. Top of the 7th, and Cochran will take a walk to first. And now we'll see Frank Welch. Welch, it's a fly out to right. Williams with the play, 1 out. And now here's Sammy Hale. Hale, it's a ground ball to short. It's going to be an error by Sand. Cochran's going to take third. So a very big error by Sand puts runners at second and third with 1 out for the A's. And Chick Galloway will come up to bat. But he lines one right to Sand at short. He'll make the play. 2 men down now. And now the batter is the pitcher, Lefty Grove. And this is basically who you want on at the plate. Here's the pitch. Strikeout. And the Phillies get out of the jam. In 1955, he became the first player to hit 5 Grand Slam homers in a season. And that would be Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks, yeah, Mr. Cub. And for those of you, of course, you know, he was one of the best ever. He could do it. He could basically do it all. Back in the times, he stayed with one team. You know how hard it is to do these days. That's why, with the retiring of like a David Ortiz, who pretty much spent who did spend his entire career with the Boston Red Sox. You know what? It's just something about longevity and staying with one team in a period of major free agency that just really hits home, don't you think? Bottom of the 7th, the Phillies lead the Athletics 3-0. Heine Sand will lead it off for the Phils. He grounds one to second. Bishop will make the play, 1 out. And we'll see Cy Williams. Strikeout. That is the 6th strikeout for Grove. 2 men down, and now Jimmy Wilson will bat. And Wilson's going to get himself a Mac Daddy double. He'll go to second base. So now the Phillies have a chance, and here is Russ Wrightstone. He is 2 for 3 with 2 homers. Can he hit a? And they intentionally walk him. I'm not surprised. So you let Wrightstone go to first, who's already went deep on Grove twice, and now you have Johnny Mocan to come up to bat. And he plunk him. So now Butch Henline comes up for the Phillies with the bases loaded. Let's take a look at him real quick. In 1926, a 283 average, 2 homers, 30 RBIs. Let's see if Butch Henline can blast it wide open. Here's the pitch. He walked him, so he doesn't get a hit, but he does get a run batted in. It's now 4-0 Phillies, and we'll see Freeberg. Freeberg is going to do the job. He drives the ball to center for extra bases. Mocan and Wrightstone will score. I'll send the lead runner. The throw is coming home. I'll hold the trailing runner. Henline is out. The inning is over, but 2 more runs come in. And at the end of 7, it's the Phillies 6 and the Athletics nothing. The Philadelphia Phillies are showing the fans here in Philly who's the best team, and it's not the Athletics. Top of the 8th inning, Max Bishop leads off for the Phillies, for the A's, I'm sorry. And this is a triple, so the Athletics get the leadoff man at third. And now we'll see Bill Lamar. Lamar's going to get himself a home run. He sent that one out of here. And just like that, it's now 6-2. And Al Simmons is now the batter. That's a pop out to short. Sand makes the catch, 1 out. And now here's Jim Poole. Poole, it's a ground ball back to Carlson. He will make the play, 2 down. And now we'll see Mickey Cochran for the A's. Strikeout. Philadelphia Phillies 6, Philadelphia Athletics 2, bottom of the 8th. Hal Carlson is the leadoff batter, and I'm going to bring in a new batter for him, and let's see what we got here. And it looks like Rube Wahlberg took over. So I got a choice. Let's see, 118, 19, 293. Let's bring in Nixon to pinch hit. Pinch hitting for the Phillies will be Philadelphia Phillies will be Al Nixon, batted 293, 4 homers, 41 runs batted in. Let's see what Nixon can do here. There's a single to left, and that was off his card. So the Phillies can have an insurance run at third base we'll see Clarence Huber come up. That's off of Cochran's card. It's a pop out. He'll make the play, 1 out. And Heine Sand will now bat. That's a strikeout by Rube Wahlberg. We didn't take a look at him. Let's see. 12 wins, 10 losses, 2.8 ERA in 1926. Cy Williams is the batter. And he's going to get one out of here. See you later. Goodbye. Cy Williams home run. 3 straight innings. The Phillies unload on the Athletics. It's now 8-2. And Jimmy Wilson will bat. And there's a strikeout. We're going to go to the top of the 9th inning. And we're going to have 3 right-handers. So let's see what we got here. We got Beck, 6.1, 6.62. Looks like it's going to be Ulrich who's going to come into pinch hit or pitch now. The new pitcher for the Philadelphia Athletics will be Dutch Ulrich. 8 wins, 13 losses, a 4.08 ERA. He has a save. So we're in the top of the 9th inning. It's the Phillies 8, the Athletics 2. And Frank Welch leads it off for the A's, and he grounds one to third. Huber over to right stone, 1 out. The batter now is Sammy Hale. That's a fly ball to left. Henline couldn't get to it. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. It'll be a triple, and the A's will get a man on third. And now Chick Galloway is the batter. But he strikes out. Last chance now. And it's Rube Wahlberg. And I think we'll see a pinch hitter. He does. He'll bring in Charlie Engle to pinch hit. In 1926, only a 105 average. But let's see all the walks. So he's expecting maybe Engle to get on base there. I'm going to pitch to him. And let's see what happens. Can we end the game? Nope. He gets the walk. So Engel will go to first. Runners now at the corners. And Max Bishop is the batter. It's up to Ulrich to close the game out. He will. Ground ball to short. Sand will toss it over to second. And that's the ball game. So in a nice little exhibition game here at the Baker Bowl, it's the Philadelphia Phillies over the Philadelphia Athletics. 8-2. Not a bad ball game. The Phillies were able to get some runs on a pretty darn good pitcher in Lefty Grove. So obviously, Grove didn't have it in this game. Let's take a look at the box score. Let's take a look here. For the Athletics, Bill Lamar was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He's the one that got in there. But definitely for the Phillies, Russ Wrightstone, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 solo home runs. Wilson and Mocan each had 2 hits. Freeberg was 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. Hal Carlson gets the win. And Wrightstone had 2, as I said, Wrightstone had 2 homers. I don't know who I give the player of the game to, but I think, a great game pitched by Carlson. He beats Lefty Grove, so that's something in itself. But I'm going to have to give it to Russ Wrightstone. 2 home runs, I'll give it to him, definitely. He'll share it with, I'll have him share it with Hal Carlson, definitely. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this little exhibition game between the Philadelphia Athletics and the Philadelphia Phillies. And our next up is 1927, and we're going to do a special one for that. So until then, this is Robert signing off. Once again, the final score, the Phillies over the Athletics, 8-2. Catch you later, people.